Now, here is one thing that I probably should have mentioned earlier when I was showing how to add games. I'm pretty sure I actually mentioned there were two different methods. Rather than manually typing in the name of your game, what you can do is you can actually use your built-in eyesight. Since this is basically, it's a Macintosh-only software right now, most likely you'll have an eyesight in your computer. What this will do is it'll automatically pop up your little window here where it's recording. As you can see, I'm a hideous deformity of mankind. But what you'll do is you can actually have your game on hand, and rather than typing it in yourself, you can actually just scan the barcode. You just hold it up in that little red zone there, get it close enough where you can get a clear image. See if I can actually do this. And it'll automatically scan the UPC, and there you go. It pulls up the relevant game, and this is a lot more specific. It's basically as specific as it can get. So as you can see, Oblivion Collector's Edition. Sure enough, that's what it is. Well, I've already got that game in my collection, so I ain't going to add it again. But that is probably one of the fastest ways that you'll actually be able to get your games added, provided you still have the actual case with the UPC code. Now, it's not always 100% correct, but I will say that, for the record, 168 games up here, I've only had it fail probably 3 times. But, of course, I didn't scan every single one of these games in, I'll admit that. I would give it probably a 90% chance of success. It is an extremely reliable method, so don't base your purchase off the idea that it might not be that accurate, because it works. Now the next little thing I'm going to show you is what you can do with your collection once you've got it kind of set up the way you like it. If you want to actually show this off online, what you can do is you can actually export and submit an HTML version of your collection online to a web server you may have somewhere. It's pretty quick to do. What you do is you just go File, Export Collection, and then up here you've got all your different versions of how you can export it out. HTML is probably your most basic one, and what you can do is you got all sorts of different little templates that you can choose from to make them look different based on how basic or how flashy you want it to seem. And you've basically got a fair amount of control over how it shows up in the end. And you just export it out. It'll automatically generate a folder with an HTML file all for your collection that you can then upload to your web server. Otherwise, if you can just use a direct FTP, well, there you go. Just put in your FTP information there, and it'll automatically puke it up online for you. Saves you a lot of time. Your backup, well, that's basically, it just zips all your stuff together and gives you a backup so that if your computer crashed or something, well, there you go. You've got a zip that'll automatically bring your collection back to you. And, well, that's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. I don't really export mine yet because I don't have a website or anything like that. But for those that might want to do that, there you go. Alright, another quick little thing I'll show you is your section over here. It's called Wish List. Well, it's pretty simple. It's basically games that you want to get your hands on someday. This is where you'll store them so that you can remember later on that you were going to look into getting that game. Well, that's pretty much it. I don't use it myself. Whenever I'm getting games, I usually know in advance which ones I'm getting. I don't really plan forward in advance. But some people, they might like that sort of thing. So there you go. It's in here. Now, like I've been constantly saying, video game software. This is a video game archiving software. Doesn't mean that you can't add different types of games in. You just have to do it yourself. So what you would do for these things is you add manually, right there. It just opens up a blank page, and you just basically have to fill in all the fields that you want yourself. It won't find anything automatically, because when it does it searches through all these little places here, it's specific. It only searches video games. It doesn't search anything else at all. So say like I have some board games here. I just decided to manually add these board games in just to keep tabs on them. So like here, you've got Arkham Horror. Really good H.P. Lovecraft board game. Plays almost like an RPG, really. But I've got it. I got a couple of the little expansion packs, and Risk Godstorm. Good mythology-based Risk game. Changed quite a few of the rules, though, but hey, still pretty fun. But that was just a way I was going to show you. You can actually add your own kind of games in here. You're not completely limited just to video games. So it is still a very open-ended sort of program that you can actually take advantage of outside of the box, per se. So that gives you basically a quick overview of this software. I did not touch on pretty much anywhere near the amount of things that it can actually do. You can see all these different features up here that I haven't even touched yet. But I just wanted to give you a quick little idea about what this software is capable of for people out there that might have a pretty good size video game collection that they like to keep organized. A quick little mention I'll make. I own an iPhone. I'll actually do something real quick. I'll show you. I will open up that just so you can use my eyesight and see what I'm talking about. I've got an iPhone here, and recently what actually got me to look into getting Gamepedia here is the Pocketpedia version. I guess you can probably see the icon there. It's hideously backwards and all that shit, but hey. Pocketpedia, basically it syncs all the Pedia software that you have on your Macintosh and links them all directly into your iPhone so that you can carry your collections around with you. So what I have here is I've got my entire video game collection in my iPhone. So for whatever reason, just to show off to people that I might be around one day, there you go. You can carry your collections around with you. So it costs $18. Each of the PDAs costs $18. I think it's extremely worth the price for the amount of stuff that this thing can do. And like I said, I'll give you a link over on the side so you can go check it out yourself. And I'll make a note that the Pocketpedia version for the iPhone, if you want to just get that and add your games in through your iPhone, it's free. You can get that one for free, but it's extremely limited, and it works at its best when you actually have one of these Pedias on a Macintosh. So that's it from me, and I'll see y'all next time.